What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be another great video as usual. You already know what we like to get into on this channel. So let's get right into it.
This doesn't exist. Your brain is not your mind. Your brain is a central processing computer which connects the five senses. You do not see into reality. Light is sucked through the eyes and the image is produced at the back of the brain. You are the consciousness experiencing the program being ran by the central nervous system. Europeans or white people live in an environment where there is not much sun, so their hair droops downwards to cover their necks for warmth. Melanin is a product of the sun. Their hair grows outwards towards the sun. People's bodies are a product of the environment they live in. I am you and you are me. We are all part of an infinite consciousness expressed in different bodies. The Egyptians knew this. The Ankh is the symbol for life. This is the one giving the life to all the different life forms and bodies. Every single one of you refers to yourself as I. I is the number one, which is one line. We are all the one consciousness in different bodies. One is the only true number. Everything goes up in ones because we all come from the one. The seven colors come from the one white light. Everything is one. You are the one observing your mind. This is your soul. Every single one of you is a soul. We are all the exact same infinite consciousness. Race doesn't exist. Your brain is...
I agree. Race is just an illusion, you know. At the end of the day, bro, we all just consciousness. That's all it is.
Let's talk about pistachios. Pistachios are super healthy and have more protein and less calories than most other nuts. They're one of the richest sources of vitamin B6, which helps to regulate blood sugar and the formation of hemoglobin. They're especially high in lutein and other antioxidants that protect your eyes from damage caused by sunlight, fluorescent and LED lighting, as well as computer and phone screens. Pistachios promote good gut bacteria and may increase the amount of healthy short-chain fatty acids like butyrate in our bodies. Some studies have shown that pistachios may lower cholesterol and may reduce fasting blood sugar levels and improve insulin resistance in those with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, and metabolic syndrome. They're high in potassium, protein, and fiber. Pistachios are definitely a healthy vegan food. Let's talk about pistachios. Pistachios are super healthy and have...
Oh, man. Pistachios. Pistachios are pretty good, I can't lie. They're pretty good. But the ones that be in that one bag, they be too salty. Y'all know what I'm talking about, too. Them junks be too salty. For real.
If you have something stuck on your mind and you keep thinking about it and you can't let it go and it's stressing you out, this is a visualization technique that I use to immediately let something go and bring peace back into my mind. What I'll do is I'll close my eyes and imagine me and the situation that's stressing me out connected by a rope. And then I will imagine a pair of scissors cutting the rope between me and whatever it is that's stressing me out. And then I will watch it float away like a balloon. I have now mentally detached and it can't affect me anymore. That allows me to bring peace into my mind so that I can go back to my trust and surrender mantra that is very wired into my brain at this point. If you have something stuck on your mind and you keep thinking about it and you can't let it go,
Ever try this? You can remember who you were in a past life by drawing this symbol on a piece of paper. Now get a mirror that you can stand in front of. Grab the paper in your left hand and look at yourself in the mirror. Then say, "This is me now, show me then." If done correctly, you'll have a huge flood of memories coming in. But not every past life is good and something that should be seen. Ever try this? You can remember who you...
How many of y'all feel like you guys can remember your past lives? Like, am I the only one, like, when you do certain things, it make you feel like you done this in your past life or something? I don't know. It's just sometimes like when you do certain stuff, you know. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. But let me know. Do you guys find yourself feeling like you know something about your past life? Let me know in the comments. Cause I'll be feeling like that sometimes too. Like I'm like, damn, I wanna. Is why I'm doing this is because maybe why I'm like this is maybe because of my past life, you know? Let me know in the comments, man.
It's just something about teddy bear rice in a blanket that just tickles my fancy. So let's go ahead and make the blanket. Yeah. Go ahead, pour some eggs over the top of that. Turn it into a nice little blanket. Lay his little fat ass down up in there. Little rice bear. Make sure he nice and cozy. And then eat that nigga. Eat. It's just something
Big
about
shit,
teddy
nice
bear
and
rice in a
cozy.
blanket that just
Funny.
tickles my fancy. So
Here's how to make your very own homemade anti-parasitic supplements in under 2 minutes. To a food processor, add 2 cups of organic raw pumpkin seeds, which have been shown in studies to knock out the larger parasitic worms called nematodes. Then add 1/2 cup of papaya seeds, which were shown to destroy 76.7% of small and large parasitic worms from the gut. Then add 1/2 cup of pomegranate arils, which get rid of the really small nasty parasites. Then blend that all up in a food processor until it's like a clumpy mixture. Then get some of these vegetarian capsules size 00 and add 3 drops of oregano oil to the capsule, which has been shown in a study to completely eradicate 3 different types of amoeba-like parasites. Then fill the capsule completely and take 2 capsules 3 times per day for 2 cycles of 10 days on and 5 days off. Store these in the refrigerator and definitely learn more about parasitic cleansing, mold cleansing, and bacteria cleansing by coming to my free webinar, Heal Your Gut to Heal Yourself. Just comment below the word gut, or if you're on TikTok or some other platform, click on the link in my bio. Here's how to make your very
Your head has this spiral, which is the Fibonacci sequence, which comes from the rotating fields of magnetism. Sound creates magnetic fields create electricity. The sound of you talking creates torus fields, which permeates the whole of creation. Everything manifests as a torus field. Literally everything, including yourself. Your heart is a vortex, and the pulsing sound of it creates this electromagnetic torus field around your body. If you looked down on this electromagnetic field, you'd see the flower or the lotus of life, which is the Fibonacci sequence. This field spirals inwards into the head and out on the feet or the torso. If you look down on your head, this is why you see this spiral. It comes from all of the spiraling of your electromagnetic field coming in the head, which is the crown chakra. Look at the symbol for the crown chakra. It's the flower, which has the same pattern as this. Your spirit is a spiral, a spiraling electromagnetic field. The Fibonacci sequence connects the macrocosm to the microcosm because this will go for infinity. This means you are a microcosm of the macrocosm. You are God made flesh. You are the universe. Your head has this spiral, which is the Fibonacci sequence, which comes from the rotating fields of magnetism. Sound creates magnetic fields create electricity. The sound of you talking creates torus fields, which permeates the whole of creation. Everything manifests as a torus field. Literally everything, including yourself. Your heart is a vortex, and the pulsing sound of it creates this electromagnetic torus field around your body. If you looked down on this electromagnetic field, you'd see the flower or the lotus of life, which is the Fibonacci sequence. This field spirals inwards into the head and out on the feet or the torso. If you look down on your head, this is why you see this spiral. It comes from all of the spiraling of your electromagnetic field coming in the head, which is the crown chakra. Look at the symbol for the crown chakra. This
is what happens when you meditate every day for a year.
What happens if you meditate every day for the next year? In one day, you'll feel calmer. In 1 week, your brain fog will disappear. In 1 month, you'll feel present in the moment. And in 1 year, you will be a completely different person.
There's a lot of different definitions for meditation.
If an anthill floods, worker ants quickly gather the queen and larvae, prioritizing their safety. Next, they link their bodies together, forming a living raft that floats on the water's surface. This raft protects the queen and young ants at the center, ensuring their survival. The ants on the bottom row work together and rotate to avoid drowning. They navigate to higher ground, maintaining the colony's structure. If an anthill floods,
has anyone else been experiencing more peculiar dreams as of lately? Me personally, I can tell there's a difference in energy fluctuation on the planet. Now recently I had an astral projection experience where I encountered this strange entity. as I expressed, it's typically easier to have an astral projection experience, or OBE, after you wake yourself up and go to the restroom and then go back to bed. All right. At that particular point in time, it's easier to accomplish rapid eye movement or REM sleep. This is because since you was just in a heavier sleep state, it's easier now to slip into the theta state out of the delta state. So anyways, as I'm laying there, I get into what's called the vibratory state. And this is when you notice activity in the prefrontal cortex of the brain, or the pineal gland. As this happens, I separate from my body and then I fly off. Now, I haven't mastered it yet, but I personally believe we have the ability of teleportation while we're in our astral body. And I say that because as soon as I get in my astral body, I always seem to get sucked through what appears to be a wormhole or portal. As I'm being sucked through this portal, it looks just like this. Pretty much, I see a bunch of lights, almost like celestial luminaries, and I'm being pulled through very rapidly. This is where it gets creepy. Once I get pulled out the other end of the tunnel, I was confronted by a being that looked like this cryptid here, all right? Except for it was in nurse attire, all right? And this tall entity had a mask on. It had like a nurse mask on. And the crazy thing about this whole thing is I wasn't scared. I apparently put myself in this room. It was like a room, and it had like a window on it. It had like a window on the door. I remember it. Almost like those rooms you would lock somebody in, or like a prison, almost like a jail, except for I voluntarily went in the room, almost like I was playing with this entity, and I said, oh, you're not invited, you're not welcome in here. As the entity starts sticking his hand through, I left through this other thing and kind of shifted through, and then from there I kind of came to at that particular point in time. And then once I came to and woke up, I was like, yo, that was a creepy looking entity, all right? And it was like almost like I was like it's some type of facility or something like that. And personally, I believe that these dreams or alternate dimensions or timelines that we venture off to are other realities that we actually partake in. Now I'm questioning, where did I end up? Was this some weird testing facility that I'm in amongst cryptids? Was I in this physical body that I'm in currently? As I expressed, when we actually go into these lucid dreams, if you actually were to look in a mirror, you may not be in the physical body that you're in currently, all right? You may be a completely different being. It's times I was an extraterrestrial when I looked in the mirror. It's times that I was like, looked like me, but just had all white eyes, no black in my eyes at all. It's times I looked in the mirror and was completely bald head, like a Shaolin monk or something. I had on completely different clothes and everything. So we take on different bodies when we get into these, when we go into different dimensions and different timelines. This isn't the only body you have. You watching this, the body that you're currently occupying, that vessel, is just a vehicle that you're operating while you're in the third dimensional construct. But when you actually astral project or you're lucid dreaming, you have multiple avatars in different realms. Next time you have a lucid dream, walk in the bathroom and look in the mirror. I dare you to. You'll be surprised what you see. One of the first herbs that actually helped me to decalcify my pineal gland once I actually started finally experiencing astral projection was Harataki, and it was actually this brand in particular. If you haven't astral projected yet, just keep trying, all right? Eventually you will get it, but you just have to know that this is something that's very easy to do. You don't want to view it as something that's very hard to do. You also don't want to demonize it or make it think be in your root chakra. If you have fear of astral projecting, you're never going to make it to the third eye chakra because you're going to be in the root chakra. Fear actually keeps you in the root. All right, so if you're scared, if you're wondering about seeing entities in the subconscious part of your mind, then you will never experience astral projection because at that particular point in time, you're going to stay in the root. I recommend getting yourself a bottle of Harataki. I do have this available on Holistic Remedies for Ascension, link in bio, and consistently consume the Harataki every day. All right, and it's also going to be great for gut health. And the good thing about that is it stops any parasitic organisms from forming in the colon before they can try to make entry to through the neural network to get to the brain, because that's their real focal point, is to travel to the brain. Also, herbs like mugwort leaf as well as blue lotus are very essential for astral projection as well as lucid dreaming. These herbs also help me a lot on my journey with astral projection. Remember, you have access to all these dimensions. All right, the first thing you have to do is just eliminate all fear. You have to realize that it's your right to travel.
That is crazy though. Like, y'all ever experienced that though? Like when you had, how many of y'all ever lucid dream and you look in the mirror and you see a whole different, it's not even you, it's a whole different avatar. I experienced that. Like, I'm like, bro, that's not even me. Like, That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's trippy. That is tripped out. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
This video got over 10 million views in just a couple of weeks after this man explained why he quit being a neurosurgeon after 20 years and exposing the medical industry for what it really is.
So that was my aha moment. It's like, oh, I know what's going on. To actually heal, you need to like eat a certain way, sleep a lot, not be stressed out, have a good social network, exercise, move your body, stretch. If you do all those things, you heal. And when your body heals, it doesn't just heal a worn out joint in your neck or your back. It heals everything. It heals the worn out joint in your neck, your back. It heals the skin problem. It heals your digestive tract problem. It heals your hair issues. When your body heals, it heals everything. And that actually became a huge problem. It's a problem because our medical system isn't set up this way. The hospital needs to make money. And the problem there is that if you figure out a way to help patients heal, and that way doesn't include a pill or a surgery, well, then the hospital and the doctor are in big trouble. Because if you figure out a way to help people heal and you can't charge them for it, well, then you've just worked yourself out of a job.
Yep.
This video got
wrong with a little bump and grind.
I think I'm onto something, y'all. Y'all remember the Illuminati card game, right? Nobody talks about this specific card. I remember how I be telling y'all to be putting the truth in plain sight, right? Look at this. Now, I know y'all remember when they was talking about the demon syndrome. How people could be able to see like people's face morphing and shit like that. If you didn't look at it, look it up on YouTube or something. You mean? But for those who know, that might have been a sign of something, y'all. First of all, that only happened about 6 months ago, and we probably all forgot about it, right? Look how many other events that the card game played out. Peep this. Pay attention to this shit, y'all. It's crazy, yo. It told us. It literally told us. Peep, just pay attention. The moon landing. Yo. Peep. Pay attention to all the cards, y'all. Screenshot whatever y'all need to do. Look at that. Hold on, he about to zoom in. Screenshot. P. I'm telling y'all, yo. And y'all gonna see what's the last card too. It's crazy. Oh man. Y'all remember these, yo? I'm telling you. Yo. This, did y'all see that? This is for entertainment purposes only, you feel me? Oh my God! I think I'm onto something, y'all.
But he said the body have the capability of healing itself if you put it in the right environmental conditions. And he said cancer is a pretty sight to see because it shows you how majestic your body is, and all cancer is your body being accumulated with trash, and instead of putting the trash inside of the kitchen or the bloodstream, it creates a bag and put all the trash in the bag. That's all a tumor is, that's all a boil is, that's all a cyst is, that's all a polyps is. It's the body building up acidic associated trash, and instead of it going into the bloodstream and killing you dead as a doorknob, the body is smart enough to isolate the trash, put it in a damn bag, and then you go to the doctor, they say you got a tumor. Oh snap, you got a boil. But he said the body have the capability of healing itself.
That's crazy, man. The body is like I say this all the time, but the body is really like its own universe. Like for real, it's literally its own universe in there, man. They got jobs just like we got jobs in this matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole nother matrix right there. That's crazy. Like, hey, it really gets deep, man. It really do. When you really look at it from real perspective, you're like, dang, life is strange. Life is, life is crazy for real.
Family locked up.
The ancients or the occultists or the ancients, they would disguise certain energies in the cloak of evil, because they understood these energies are not for your average guy. You get what I'm saying? So if you looked at it and said it's evil, that was just an indication you're not ready to see the light in the darkness. So each person said, never vibe with me, I wasn't with it, that's the white man, that's evil. That doesn't mean nothing to me. What I listen to is your spirit saying, I'm not ready for it. Because then there's the whole load of people who look and say, something was always interesting about that to me. So that never bothered me. I get a lot of that too. You know what I'm saying?
A child born in a hospital in the United States today, within hours of coming from source into this, into this body, the first thing that happens to them is pharmaceutical intervention without really asking, there's barely informed consent about this. That child's eyes are smeared with erythromycin ointment and they're given a hepatitis B vaccine in their first day of life. And the Hep B vaccine is for hepatitis B, which is a sexually transmitted disease and IV drug user disease, of course, which babies are not going to be exposed to. And yet every single baby in America is getting the intervention. So from literally the day we are born, we're on this treadmill.
So, why not test the pregnant mother for those?
They do.
Okay, so
they give it to the women who, even if they have tested negative,
which
they give
should
it
be
to
the
babies.
overwhelming majority.
Absolutely.
So I don't understand, why would you treat a child on his first day of life for illnesses for a fact he doesn't have, it isn't going to get?
So a child's born, let's just take the side. The child's born. Hep B is spread by 2 routes, sexually transmitted disease or intravenous needles. So my 1-day-old isn't going to be having sex or doing heroin right away. So what's the purpose of getting this on the schedule in the first day of life, the first hours of life? And if you push, and I welcome anyone to do this with their doctor, you get to 2 things. You get to the American patients are too stupid to remember, so we need to do it right away. That's literally like what they said.
A child born in a hospital in the United States.
I feel lost.
Lost? What do you mean?
Bless means be less you. Appreciate is appreciate. Awake means awake, which is an event where the family gather together before a funeral. Mourning is an expression of sorrow for someone's death. Job is Hebrew for prosecution. You are taught to specifically say the vowels in this order, where the last 3 words say I-O-U, because they are programming you to remain a slave. Every word you say is shaping your mind, and your mind is a mirror of your external world. This is why abracadabra means I create when I speak. The words I am can be used to direct vibrational frequencies into your morphinogenic field and have the ability to change your genes. When you use the word the, you're referring to God to bring it into existence, because the comes from theo, which is Greek for God. The weekend is when you're weakened from the weekdays, when you're in a daze, when you are in. Bless means be less you. Appreciate is appreciate.
Are you breaking down this stuff? It makes sense too. Damn. Words really is spells. Wow.
If you was healthy, you would be a superhuman. Watch this.
Your body knows how to repair everything.
One day we all gonna have superpowers, man. And I can't wait to that one day.
Any sore, any cut, any burn, any inflammation, any fever, any itis of any sort, any bruise is anger. All these things are anger that's turned against the self. Hair, metaphysically, is strength. Now, it's interesting when you think about how hair grows. The hair grows through the hair follicle. And very often, when we get tight and tense and nervous, we have it started back here in the shoulders, we bring it up through the neck and over the top of the scalp, and very often we bring it down around the eyes too. But when the scalp is really tight and the hair can't breathe, then it falls over and dies. And if we keep that scalp really tight with tension, the new hairs can't grow through, and we get what we call baldness. Now, just for a moment, I would like everybody in the room to relax their scalp. Okay, did your scalp move? You don't have to tell me, just know yourself. That means that you normally keep your scalp in a state of tension. And it might be a wonderful exercise for you about 10 times a day to just say, scalp, you can relax. Just let go. And begin to make a habit of relaxing your scalp. Tightening your scalp does not do anything in the world. Any sore, any cut, any burn, any...
That's why, like, when you see people stressing, well, people that stress a lot, I'm pretty sure they, you know, they don't have a lot of hair or whatever. But that's interesting, man.
The government of Turkey claims they have found the grave of Noah. This is a normal human thumb bone. Underneath is a giant human thumb bone. This was found right near Mount Ararat in Turkey. People say 1 man and 3 boys could not build a boat that big. Oh, you didn't see those boys. Hey, Bubba, bring me that tree, would you? There's a jawbone in a hotel in Turkey on display right now, 6.5 inches across the TMJs. Any one of you could put your head inside and rattle it back and forth inside the jawbone. The legend in Guam is that giant people built the latte stones there. Who was moving these giant rocks anyway?
Exactly.
That's a camel in front of it for scale, folks. In Wasaki, Wisconsin, 100 years ago, giant skeletons were found in a burial mound. One of the skulls was 3 times the size of ordinary humans. In Walkertown, Indiana, 8 giants, ranging from 8 to 9 feet long, all wearing heavy copper armor, were found. Through the bungling of the diggers and the disinterest of the museum establishment, the discoveries were scattered and lost. The Smithsonian has been very active in hiding discoveries about giants because it goes against the evolution theory. See, evolution says we started off tiny and we're getting bigger and better and stronger and smarter. I think the Bible indicates we started off bigger and we're getting smaller and weaker and dumber. The government of Turkey claims...
Diddy kept looking at me, and Kanye kept looking at Lauren, and like they were exchanging glances, and I'm like, they're like watching me strangely. And I'm like, okay, let me pretend to drink, and like I'm not actually doing it. And like that seemed to like make them happy, like me like pretending to like join in. And immediately I'm like, there's something fucking in this drink. There's something in this drink. And I didn't know what to do. And I like, my manager was like across the room, but like close enough, but like not next to me, so I couldn't like whisper to her. But I wanted to tell her, I'm like, hey, don't fucking drink this. There's something wrong with this. But I couldn't. So I reach for my phone and I start to type, and Kanye takes the phone out of my hands and he's like, who are you texting? Like, you don't need to text anyone. Like, we're having a party. And I was like, okay. And he like puts it on one of the speakers. And I'm like, fuck. Now what do I do? Like, I don't know what to do. And I see my manager take a sip. And I'm like, fuck. Like, fuck. Now what do I do? And then I see her take another sip. 2 sips out of this little vodka cranberry cup. And I'm like, oh, what do I do? 2 sips, and I watch her face flush. And all of a sudden, like I look over and she's speaking really loud and like making jokes, and I'm like, whoa, like this isn't her. Like she doesn't make jokes. She's fucking terrified of people. Like she doesn't even talk. And I was like, it's already hitting her. Like 100%, I just knew that the drinks were all laced with something. And she starts like almost being like belligerent a little bit, but not in like a crazy way, just like really enjoying herself. And I'm like, that's not her. That's not her. She doesn't even want to be here. Like, this is weird. And all of a sudden she like dismisses the studio host. Like, she's like, you can leave. And I'm like, oh my God, like what's going on? And the girls file out. They go to like a different studio, or they go somewhere. And I'm like, I have to do something. I have to do something. What do I do? And I go to get my phone where Kanye put it on one of the speakers. And as I'm going to get it, I turn and my manager's walking out. And I'm like, no. Like, where are you going? So I see her start to leave. And I'm like, where are you going? And she's like, it's fine. I'm just going to the bathroom. And I was like, no, stay. And she's like, it's right there. I'm just going to go to the bathroom. And I was like, okay. And she walks out. And all of a sudden, I realize that I'm in this studio. The music's low, the lights are dim, but you can still like see everything. And I realize that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye, and they're both off their shit. And there's 3 other men, an executive that works with Kanye, his engineer, and his cousin, and me, alone. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay. And I haven't started freaking out yet. Like, I know what the situation is. I know Like, I know this is a bad place to be in, but I don't really feel scared yet, you know? Like, cause I'm like, there's other people around, there's other men around, and I know them. Like, I've known them for a while. Like, nothing bad's gonna happen. And I'm standing there and I realize that so this is like a pretty like sizable studio. There's like the glass doors, the couch there, a console, another console, the screen, all of that. But it's like, it's pretty big, but you can still see and talk to everyone easily. And I realize that I'm standing really close to the exit. And it's a glass door and it opens in. And I'm standing pretty close to it. And I realize all of a sudden that Kanye and Diddy have realized that I'm the only girl in the room. And they're like fucked out of their minds. And they start coming towards me and they're like, don't you want to take your clothes off? Like, it's so hot in here. And I'm like, no, fine. I'm fine like this. And they're like, come on, like, it's just us. Like, we're all just friends. Like, let us just like see like how you look. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine. And like, I still haven't gotten scared yet, you know? Like, I'm still like, this is a bad situation. I'm creeped out, but like, there's no reason to panic. There's other men here. Yeah, so they're coming towards me and I'm like, okay, this is fucked. I don't know where my manager is. I don't know where anyone is. And they're coming towards me more and they're trying to like take my clothes off. And I'm like at that point where I'm like, this is not good, but I'm like still trying to like play it off. Just like, stop, you guys are fucking stupid. Like, get out of here. Like, don't touch me. Did this just freeze? Okay, so let me just get to the point. So they start trying, like, they're like pawing at me. Like, they're both drunk, probably on something else. And I start to get a little bit apprehensive because I'm pretty much like backed up against the wall. Like, there's only one exit and I'm pressed up against this door. And I'm still not completely terrified yet, but I'm like, you guys stop, like, stop. And they're getting to the point where they have like ripped my shirt off. And like, I'm like almost fully exposed at this point. And they're both coming at me. And I'm like, you guys, like, seriously, this isn't funny anymore. And I look to my left where his executive is. Like, we know him pretty well. Like, we've been around him a lot. He's literally 3 feet away from me. Like, if I reached and he reached too, like, we could touch. Like, he's that close. And I look and I'm like, hey, like, I give that look where I'm just like, come on, like, step in. Like, this isn't cool. Like, you're a grown man. Like, you're like 50 years old. I know you have a family. Like, you know this isn't right. Like, do something. And this is the part that for as long as I live, I will never fucking forget. It isn't actually the aspect of being sexually assaulted. That's not what haunts me. It's this. It's as these two grown men were pawing at me, trying to take my clothes off, I look over to this man asking for help, and I literally mouth the word help. And we lock eyes. And he looks away. I'm like, okay, there's 2 more men in the room. And I look to his engineer next, who's sitting right next to him. And I know that he's married and he just had a little baby girl. And I'm like, okay, he's gonna do something. And I look at him next and I'm like, okay, like, do something, say something, do anything. And he looks down at his phone and starts texting. And then I was like, oh, fuck. I look at Kanye's cousin next. And I'm like, do something, you know, like, fucking do something. And he spins his chair around. And that's when that, like, gut-wrenching fear set in. And I was like, oh shit. No one's fucking saving me tonight. No one's gonna do anything. No one's gonna do fucking anything. And that's when I was truly fucking scared. At this point, they had ripped my shirt off and they were trying to get my pants off. And I realized that I was completely alone. And I closed my eyes for a second. And I was like, God help me. what do I do? Diddy kept looking at me and Kanye kept looking at Lauren.
Man. Come on, Kanye. I mess with Kanye. Dang, Kanye, you in there doing that too? He was in the freak house. I know he was for sure. She don't look like she lying. She over there tearing up and all that. So
Particularly melanated.
Gotta have a watermelon for it. I can believe some people really don't like watermelon though. Like how? How you don't like watermelon? Watermelon is so that's probably like my favorite fruit for real.
Yo, look what the fuck my mama did to my room. This bitch is toxic and she needs help. Like, she needs help. Like, I gotta get out of her. Get out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
Bitch! Get out! You ain't got nowhere to go. I'm straight, bro. You was a mistake, bitch.
Yo, look what the fuck
Yo, her mom do need help. For real. You don't say that to your kid. You was a mistake. Are you serious? Hell, mom. I definitely gotta say that. That's not cool, mom. That was not cool.
I state my place.
Look at Donald Trump, man. Man, who do y'all honestly think would win, man? This is interesting, man. For real. They got Kamala in there, and then they got Trump. Who do y'all think is gonna win? Honestly, it doesn't matter who wins. It's gonna be some bull crap. You still gotta pay bills. You still gotta pay for fruit that grows from the earth for free. Shoot, in a minute you ain't gonna be able to even be able to sun gaze. You're gonna have to pay for that. Shoot.
Hi, I'm Scott O'Neill here in Medicine.
Life is crazy, man. You gotta pay for everything. At least give us free food, you know? It's fresh food. And then they mess up the fruit. So you can't even get no fresh fruit, you know? When you spend your hard-earned money on it, you basically gotta grow your own food nowadays, for real.
In Colombia today, and I'm at the world's biggest mosquito factory for the World Mosquito Program. We're making in here 30 million mosquitoes a week. Come and have a look. We're doing it for a very serious reason. Cities like Medellin have suffered from diseases like dengue, Zika, chikungunya for decades, but not anymore. We've been able to bring the solution of Wolbachia mosquitoes to this city. When this bacteria called Wolbachia gets introduced into the mosquito, it stops their ability to transmit dengue. We release mosquitoes that have Wolbachia. Now they go and mate, and Wolbachia gets passed into the wild mosquito population. If we're going to control these diseases in all the tropical cities of the world, it's going to require a lot of mosquitoes. The mosquito life cycle starts with the egg, and in this room, we've got a lot of eggs. Each one of these strips. Hi, I'm Scott O'Neill here in Medellin, Colombia today.
I just never understood how, I understand because they all working in cahoots, like Bill Gates, all these billionaires and all, man, they all working together, man. The elites, you know. And they probably not even hired, you know, it's probably some group that's higher than them, you know. They just like the front page of the movie, you know. But behind the scenes, it's a whole nother group that's telling them what to do and setting this up how they want to set it up, you know, to keep the world going the way they want it to go. It's a lot of BS, man.
The moment you start hitting the gym and taking your diet very serious, the moment you start taking your finances very serious, the moment you start taking the way you look very serious, the moment you start to take your life as serious as your standards, only then is when you'll see progress. Only then is when you'll see progression. The moment you start hitting the gym and taking your diet very serious, the moment you start taking your finances.
Oh, what's that?
An extra moon. We have one. For the next couple of months, we're gonna have a new bonus moon.
New Earth update just dropped. We're getting another moon. And yes, this is 100% real. Starting September 29th, 2024, for at least 2 months, our planet will have an extra moon. Last month, scientists discovered something peculiar in space heading towards us. An asteroid about 10 meters in diameter paying us a visit from our solar system's Arjuna asteroid belt.
Have you guys heard about this? What the fuck is going on? We're getting another moon? 2 moons for 2 months. It's almost like we're going to be living life in a sci-fi movie. So an asteroid has broken away from its asteroid belt and is now coming towards Earth.
Okay, really quick, I got this great revelation. There's a second moon that is coming September 29th through November 25th, and it's going to orbit the Earth. They're calling it an asteroid, and what they're saying is an asteroid is going to be pulled by Earth's gravity. So there will be 2 moons that we will be seeing here on Earth.
Oh, what's that? An extra moon. We have one.
To get rid of so-called breast cancer, eat grapes. You want to get rid of prostate cancer, eat grapes. You want to heal your diabetes mellitus, your hyperglycemia, eat grapes. This is the most astringent fruit on the earth, family. I have yet to see anything fuck with a seeded grape. Anything. Not no watermelon, not no cucumber. When I'm talking about the astringent healing properties, dissolving mucus, tugging and pulling mucus from the cells, producing catalase to bring oxygen back to the cells to get rid of so-called breast cancer.
You need to learn how to romanticize.
Did you know water is not the best way to stay hydrated? Fresh fruit is full of vitamins and minerals that feed the cells water, leaving you fully hydrated. Holding 1 slice of cucumber on the roof of your mouth will eliminate bad breath. Boiling basil leaves in a cup of water is the best way to stop smelly gas. Black garlic will help prevent liver damage. If nature don't make it, don't take it. Did you know water is not the best way?
Every morning when you get up, say over and over to yourself, do it now, do it now, do it now, I do it now, do it now. Whenever you have this tendency to procrastinate, program your subconscious mind with this automatic conditioned command, do it now, do it now, do it now. The key to overcoming procrastination is to develop a sense of urgency. Be the kind of person who gets things done quick. Of urgency, that if you just develop a sense of urgency when somebody gives you a task, that you get on it and do it fast, that alone will move you into the top ranks in a very short period of time. Every morning when you get up, say over and over to yourself,
So apparently everything we're seeing with Puffy is just a personification of multiple corporations and big organizations starting to crumble. I hear a lot of people talking about the board of directors walking out of the company for 23andMe. This is a company to actually deal with ancestry. It states that the board of directors for 23andMe has quit following disagreements over the CEO plans to privatize the DNA testing company. Originally hosting 8 members, all 7 of its independent directors left the board. And after looking into it, family, there's multiple CEOs actually stepping down. Here's a list of some more CEOs from NewsNation.com that actually left their company. First one we got is Kevin Liles from 300 Elektra Entertainment. Now it states that Kevin Liles was with the company 300 Elektra Entertainment since 2004 and decided to leave. Some that worked with him stated that in the past year, he was a defender of Sean Diddy Combs. Now there's no concrete evidence of this being the reason that he left the company, okay? But some inside the company say Liles' exit could be a direct result. And the next company we have on the list is no other than Starbucks. All right, it states that Laxam Nourishment, pardon me if I'm mispronouncing that, after less than only 1 year in the position. He suddenly stepped down in August while no specific reason was given. And some investors were calling for measures to boost the stock price, and it apparently worked as Starbucks stock surged by more than 24%. Dave Calhoun is the next one. And he was the owner of Boeing, all right, and he decided to step down. And this was in reference to he dealt with flights from Alaska Airlines. And that individual decided to step down. The next one we have here is Bob Bakish. This individual from Paramount Global. Stephen Shear from Hertz. And these are all big CEOs that just are stepping down from their companies. These are just more signs of the matrix falling. Fighting ones, stay on point because everything is going to be exposed pretty soon. And if things seem difficult, this is the time to push even harder. Once this matrix full of ones and zeros collapse, we will finally get to see the planet for its true beauty. While everything else around you is falling, you should be building. Continue to focus on cosmic activation. The reason all of this is happening is because the 6,000 years is over. This is the call that all the star seeds been waiting to listen for. Alright, this is the activation of the 12 silicate matrix. This transmutation process is inevitable and has to take place. Continue to stay alkaline instead of acidic. This is why there is an attack on our genetic structure. Continue to detox the body of all toxic materials unnatural to it. Consume large amounts of chlorophyll. Stay hydrated with fruits and vegetables rich in H3O2. Cleanse yourself of all parasitic organisms using wormwood, black walnut, and whole cloves to not only kill the parasites but also eradicate their larvae. Ormus will heal you on a cellular level. Breakdown of orms is orbitally rearranged monatomic elements.
It's 3 in the fucking morning. Grab the baby pig upside down, dip his ass in the grease. We not finna sit over here and play. We not playing today. Put that little nigga in that fucking grease. Let's get ready to eat. Bust his ass wide the fuck open. Yeah, cook the nigga till he bust wide open. That's exactly the position that everybody right now is in because of Joe Biden. But we gonna let that motherfucker cook. Come flip that nigga over. Yeah, he brown like DeAndre. There we go. Yes, sir. I like the way the savagery show you it don't give a fuck. Pour a little water in the grease. Start a motherfucking grease fire in the house. There we go. Look at that crispy motherfucker. Ooh, lay that nigga down and bust that motherfucker open some more. Where we gonna start it off the back of the ass? Where we gonna start that ass wide open? That ass is bust wide. Bow, 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 bow. We busting at him. Okay, we gonna start off at the nigga's neck bone. The neck bone connected to the shoulder bone. The shoulder bone connected to the rear bone. Rear bone connected to the hip bone. Hip bone connected to the jaw bone. Y'all niggas going the fuck to hell. That's where you gonna be. You gotta, I'm talking about you got a beautiful ass bedroom and in Hell's apartment, bitch. It's 3.
Yo, nah, that is so messed up how they doing that pig, man. Dang, I don't blame him saying y'all going to hell. For real. People that do this is so messed up. Like, I don't know how y'all do. I don't know, man. We don't supposed to be eating the animals, man. That's so sad. Just like you getting burnt up. Crazy.
Well, why do you think that is? I mean, why is that? I mean, is it just because people are lazy today or they're bored? I mean, are we just like bored, spoiled children who've just been lying in the bathtub all day, just playing with their plastic duck, and now they're just thinking, well, what can I do?
Okay, yes, we are bored. We're all bored now. But is it ever a nightmare now, and that everything that you hear now contributes to turning you into a robot? When I was at Findhorn, I met this extraordinary English tree expert who had devoted his life to... He said, why do you think they don't leave? I gave him different banal theories. He said, oh, I don't think it's that way at all. He said, I think that New York is the new model for the new concentration camp, where the camp has been built by the inmates themselves, and the inmates are the...
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things. They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to...
Was that for you when you say the Adderall working out? Was that for you or was that for image?
Image, because I wanted to be the best of the best. I wanted to be that. And it's like, nah. Since I've been on the mushrooms, not the psychedelic mushrooms, but like the lion's mane, the reishi, the cordyceps, the turkey tail, like it's like the mushroom blend pre-workouts and stuff like that before I go work out. It give me a better cognitive function. It's like beet juice and the saffron give you that mental focus that you be looking for. It give you all of them things. And I'm thankful that I caught myself because I was headed for destruction.
Was that for you?
Marcellus Williams was executed for the 1998 murder of Felicia Gale on Tuesday, September 24th, 2024 at Eastern Reception and Diagnostic Correctional Center in Bonne Terre, Missouri. We hope this gives finality to a case that has languished for decades, re-victimizing Miss Gale's family over and over again. No juror nor judge has ever found Williams' innocence claim to be credible. 2 decades of judicial proceedings and more than 15 judicial hearings upheld his guilty conviction. Thus, the order of execution has been carried out.
That's messed up, for real. They know they dang gone wrong for that. They know they dang gone wrong for that. And she right. They will get their karma soon. It's coming. I agree. Because they can't keep just doing this, y'all. Year after year, year after year, year after year. It has to catch up to them eventually. That's some bullshit, man. That's some bullshit. For real.
I want to feel like
They know what they doing, too. They trying to make... You know how they did that with the George Floyd thing? They're trying to build that energy back up. And we're not going for that, man. For real. That's not cool. They know what they're doing at this point.
it's raining on me, okay?
I want to feel like it's raining. So not only do we have now self-driving cars and airplanes, we have self-driving bikes now. What did my nigga Squidward say? Future! Future! And it looks like we heading towards everybody looking like characters from WALL-E. Because I thought the main purpose of a bicycle was for the exercise. Taking the exercise out of bicycling is crazy. The thought of my bicycle having technology is crazy. What if your bike get hacked? Like, what if this bike malfunctioned and I'm getting chased by dogs? And the more questions that I ask, the more I start feeling like Michael Jackson. Cause why he does my bicycle need to do self-driving for? Like the e-bikes, I'm cool with that. But my bike having a mind of its own, I just can't get with it. And why is everything starting to turn into a robot? Yep, I got so many questions on this. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this video in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. And remember, if y'all want to know how to get paid off of doing videos,
when you're stuck in traffic, you might assume there's an accident ahead. But sometimes the backup clears and there's no crash. So what happened? Well, anytime one car slows down, the driver behind them also has to hit their brakes, which causes the driver behind them to slow down as well. Eventually, someone down the line will come to a complete stop. And when this happens, the cars behind that driver also have to stop, causing a traffic jam without a clear, obvious reason. When you're stuck in traffic,
I'm finna say some shit, and I mean this with my whole heart, every fiber of my being. I'm saying it with my whole chest. Fuck the U.S., fuck the government, fuck the police, fuck anybody else that's still behind them. Fuck all of y'all. Yep. This world is already fucked up enough. But for the U.S. to be so corrupt and not give a fuck about us, and we continue to sit up here and protest and do it the nice way, we continue to riot. Let's put hands and feet on these people. Let's actually go to war with these people. Like, do y'all... I'm tired, bro, and I don't feel like y'all are tired enough, because it's like the same fucking cycle. We keep letting these people do us the same fucking way.
Yeah.
For centuries, we've been letting them do us the same fucking way.
For centuries. It's like people not even tired.
I'm gonna say some shit, and
Is anyone else like too aware? Like, I'm too aware that this is all temporary, this is all part of the human experience, and that nothing matters, and that everything is subconscious programming, and everything is made up. Like the days of the week, that's made up. Monday, someone decided this day is called Monday, this day is called Tuesday. It's all made up. Like, humans made everything up. Like money, it's just made up. It doesn't mean anything. Like, there are so many different things, like road signs, the street names, like somebody just decided this street is named that name. Like, it's so stupid. Like, it's really hard for me to live my life and just be a normal person because I'm just too aware. I'm always seeing things from a background perspective. Like, I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing through the programming, seeing through the matrix. Does anyone else know what I'm saying, or am I just crazy? Please help me out. Is anyone else, like, too aware? Like,
Have you ever noticed how all police badges have blue in them? Did you ever sit back and wonder why all police badges have blue in them? Well, if you don't know and you're still wondering, I'm here to put you on game. To those who don't know, let me be the first to introduce you to the Blue Wall of Silence. It is an unofficial code of silence among police officers in the United States that prevents them from reporting on their colleagues' misconduct, errors, or crimes. I want y'all to think about that for a minute. How many times have officers wrongfully obtained someone, detained someone, and assaulted someone and never got reprimanded because their colleagues never told on them? For example, remember Christopher Dorner, the former LA officer who went on a run because he witnessed one of his colleagues assaulting someone that they had detained, and he reported it to his superiors, in which case he was reprimanded. He then started going on a killing spree, unaliving officer after officer until he was cornered in a cabin in the woods, in which case they set the cabin on fire and unalived him. All because of the blue wall of silence. And he did not want to keep hush because he witnessed something that he did not like from one of his colleagues. This is what we're dealing with in America. If you have not witnessed by now, America is totally ran on secrecy.
Facts.
Hush, hush. I mean, we got to wake up. We got to start learning. We got to start applying what we learn. You know why? Because knowledge is power for your star. Let me cook.
They told me this, and I know this to be true. Your kitchen is supposed to be your hospital for your family. What kind of hospital your mama gave you? Little babies eating McDonald's fries all week.
I like that. That's a cold saying right there.
It's the truth. Your kitchen is supposed to be the hospital for your family. Your family is strong and healthy because of your kitchen. How many bitches can say that? Who you know that makes sure they take care of their family? I'm not saying there's none who don't.
Right.
But I'm saying most situations in America, your family is raised off garbage. Your kitchen is full of Little Debbie's and motherfucking.
A lot of kitchens is for decoration. Them just don't even go in now.
They told me this,
That's
and
crazy,
I know this
though.
to
Like
be true.
some kitchens,
Your kitchen
decoration.
is supposed.
Some people be having their kitchen just for decoration too. That's crazy. Oh man, that is sad, man. Like, I'm pretty sure back then, like, grandmas, they should, have all the secrets to like getting your body back right. They even probably had stuff growing off the trees. Like, no more. It's not like that no more. People would rather go to Chick-fil-A, go get some bull crap, It's okay to indulge in it, but don't do it every day, every week, every day you get off of work. Can't be doing that. Like, come on. But hey,
This Mexican came and said,
it's your life,
to me, stop eating. I say, how long, a day? He said, no. At least 90 days. I say, you out of your mind. You say, I may be out of my mind, but I'm 94. But you are full of shit. He gave me these herbs. I took them, went home as prescribed. I had a problem on the 4th day. I didn't eat anything, herbs, water, and juice. But then, on about the 7th day, I began to feel like, wow, God, I will never eat again. Because see, I abstained from eating for 94 days. At the ending of 94 days, everything that I had before was gone, from diabetes, the impotence, and I was going blind. The man told me, you, like the rest of them, violating, and you don't even know it. Everything you put in your mouth, God did not make. I said, what do you mean? God didn't make a cow. He said, well, you better do some research. And when I began to do the research, he said, just take your eyes and look around. Do you see any cows in the forest? No. You see buffaloes. Cows is only in somebody's pasture. Hogs in somebody's pasture. Chicken? You say not? Well, at the ending of 90 days, here I am. 48 years ago. I was 30, I'm 78 now. This Mexican came.
Finding a squirmy specimen inside of some McDonald's fries is diabolical. And the more videos that I watch like this, the more that I realize that these last creatures is everywhere. In the same way that you like that starchy crunch delight, so does the fucking friends. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I think I'm to the point to where I need to invest in one of these microscopes, because I'll be damned if one of these squirmalicious insects invade anything that I put inside of my mouth. And as he breaks it down, what do you see? And the more that he breaks this down, it gets worse. Now just imagine on how many people then ate this extra protein without them even knowing. Think it's about time that I, equip myself with an air sandwich. Because before I eat something that resembles a roach cousin, I will become an herbivore that only consumes air. Now y'all let me know y'all thoughts on what y'all think about little friends.
Nah, that is funny. He said roach cousin. Yo, dude, nah, wisdom be funny, man. I ain't gonna lie. Dude is too funny. Oh my goodness, yo. And them fries at McDonald's do be hitting. I won't lie. I will not lie about that. But you gotta stop them eating the McDonald's, and it's just, you gotta put a stop to it, man. Eventually you is. Them fries do be hitting too. Sorry, I'm good off of all that stuff, man. For real, after seeing stuff like, you be seeing stuff like this, you just want to leave it alone forever.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
You know what's crazy? I just seen a video of a lady. She's saying that they're eating the babies. That's crazy. I'm gonna find that video real quick so you guys can see that.
They eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh, and they drink human blood. They do, Tucker. Stop staring at me like that.
You're freaking me out, man. Because you spent your life in the entertainment business, so I think you have some authority on this.
So many kids that I was in mental institutions with over the years, they are all from those cults. And they've covered it all up. They covered it all up. And, I just pray to God. I'm just going to pray to God that he opens everybody's eyes in this country. By the time we go in to vote for Trump, that he will open up everybody's eyes and they will stop pretending to be asleep. You know what they say? You can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God, please wake up even those who are pretending to be asleep with the irrefutable truth of what the worst people on this planet are really up to. They are really up to that. They're doing it. There are so many victims There are so many victims. There are so many children victims that are now adults. The epidemic in America is child sexual abuse, and I just want people to see it. I want people to open up their eyes and see how prevalent and horrible it is. 1 of 3 girls, 1 of 4 boys in this country today. It's just horrible, and you just can't lie it away anymore. It's going to get more and more apparent, and you got to choose your side.
She not just saying that for no reason, y'all. Come on, man. She knows something.
It's Mother's Day. How about around the house and do dishes for Mom? What was that? It's Mother's Day. How about around the house and do dishes?
You see him just throwing it up, breaking all them glasses, man. That is so messed up. And see over here, this Mother's Day, help out with dishes. Oh my goodness, man. That is funny. He in there just breaking everything. Mom don't even know. What is that?
When you start to work out in a fasted state, your body is going to burn through that stored.
They keep you stuck in the reptilian part of the brain, the instinctual. Instead, you want to move to the neocortex, where critical thinking takes place. Neo is plugged into the matrix via the reptilian brain on the brainstem, and he wakes up to the neocortex, that's why he's called Neo. Osiris never existed. He represents the reptilian brainstem, that's why he's green. The reptilian brain is always scanning the environment for survival threats. It's the closest brain to the rest of the central nervous system, because it does not think. It's instant reactions based on fight or flight mode. Matrix is designed to keep you in your lowest states of consciousness. Eating, lusting, consuming. They don't want you critically thinking using the neocortex. This is the part of the brain that processes higher states of consciousness. There is no shape-shifting lizards controlling the world. Symbolic for the lower mind that they're trapping you in. They keep you stuck in the reptilian part of the brain, the instinctual. Instead, you want to move to the neocortex, where critical thinking takes place. Neo is plugged into the matrix via the reptilian brain on the brainstem, and he wakes up to the neocortex, that's why it's called Neo. Osiris never...
What happens when I die?
You wake up into spirit again, remember? You've never left. You just wake up from this dream. Kind of in the same way, I would imagine that if you have a dream at night when you're sleeping, and it seems so real. And then you wake up and you go, as real as that was, this is who I am. So when you die, as real as this seemed, oh yeah, this is who I am. I've just had this amazing dream and I'm going to learn from it. But this is me. And every level is probably like that. Oh yeah, this is who I am. So I think it's a series of aha wake-ups into going into spirit and dying. You know, and certain things seem to happen similarly for a lot of people in terms of you kind of like, okay, I'm looking back at this life I had. Again, you're kind of reviewing the dream. You learn from it. You might meet other beings that have gone on before you that are happy to greet you, crossing over again or waking up. So I'm like, hi, you've been asleep. Hi, welcome back. Good morning. And you have different possibilities. Time and space are way more flexible there. You can manifest things probably pretty quickly, almost instantaneously, and make them seem very physical and very real, even though they may not be. That seems to be typical patterns people report from things like near-death experiences. But, you know, it's, I think, kind of like waking up because this is a dream.
So all our loved ones, our soul groups, shall we say?
You can have soul families. Yeah, absolutely. Friends, families. Why not? You have them here. There's no reason not to have them there. And they probably start there. Since this is a dream, the soul families really are probably more there than they are here, even though they can choose to say, all right, I'll share this dream with you and I'll have an incarnation. But in reality, the spirit is not in the body. The body is in the spirit. Because again, all you're doing when you die is I'm expanding my focus. I'm taking the glasses off, taking the tunnel vision away. Oh yeah. Look at how much more there is. Look at how much more I am. I remember now.
Who is that in there? Who just left out the door? Who just came in the door? Who in there walking? What just fell? Who is that in there crying?
We just failed.
What's cooking? Who in there cooking
What's
something? I smell
cooking?
gas. What in the hell just fell? Something broke.
Oh
Who just
my
came upstairs?
God.
Run back down and get the mail. Who is that keep walking past my door? If I can't see down it from my bed, it won't get synced about. Don't walk past it no more. Who is that in there?
Who moms used to do who moms used to do this, man? I know we all been there, man. For real.
And ladies and gentlemen, America's falling apart right in front of us. Every fucking morning, this bitch is losing a new fucking part. As you can see, right, Jay?
That's crazy.
Come here. No, I just bought a brand new fax machine, boy. Bring me that paper real quick. No, we finna charge them and the dealership. Yeah, Let me see. Where's the person?
How do this happen? How do that even happen? That's crazy, man.
Attachment is dangerous,
At that point, man, the whole street gotta pay them. You gotta pay me back, man. For real.
Learn to let it go. A lot of the Buddha's teaching was all about letting go of attachments, family. It is very dangerous in this world to be attached to things. You got to learn how to let it go. Some of y'all hold anger. Somebody did something to y'all 10 years ago. Learn to let it go because you're going to suffer if you don't let it go. Okay? I want you guys to understand that there's nothing wrong with desiring things because there's a saying that says, well, desiring things causes suffering too. That's not really true. It is the unfulfilled desires that cause suffering, family. Right? So we have unfulfilled desires. Okay? That is very dangerous. A negative desire is a bottomless pit. Right? And it causes attachment. What is a negative desire? A negative desire is something, it's like an itch you can't scratch. But you're addicted to it. Right? You always desire it. Let's say crack cocaine. Some people desire crack cocaine. This is a very negative desire. It's not something that will bring you life.
No.
Okay? It is something that will only bring you death and suffering. So anything that will bring you death and suffering and you desire it, that is a negative desire. And you become attached to that thing. And attachment can be very dangerous because as soon as you become attached to it, you suffer, family. Alcohol, drinking alcohol can be considered a negative desire. You have to learn how to control your desires, family. All right? Learn how to control your desires. Negative desires cause attachment. Right? And I think now you guys understand what I mean by negative desire. Things that you know that you're doing that ain't going to benefit you nothing, but you're addicted to it. Right?
Wow.
You're addicted in a negative way to these desires. Right? Some people have a desire to kill people.
Okay, look, call.
Attachment is dangerous, family.
Wait a minute. Some people, I mean, yeah. I'm gonna skip that one. Right? All right.
Okay, look, call my belief or my confidence in myself that I'm a superhuman irrational, but I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I don't feel normal.
You know what, yo? I'm starting to think like some of these people that's like trying to like these famous people like Kyrie, I get it, man. You don't want to be in the industry no more. That's what it is. They don't want to be in the industry no more. A lot of them want to hop out, and I feel like he's one of them. Kyrie is one of them ones that don't. He really don't want to keep doing what he's doing. You can tell. Look how he's speaking out right now.
I'm sorry, I don't feel like a normal human being. I don't feel like there's anything normal about me. So excuse me for not trying to do normal shit sometimes. And you know, one of the main reasons why I don't feel human is because I outwork majority of y'all. Sorry, chat. I didn't mean y'all like that. All right, chat. Forgive me. I didn't mean y'all like that. I don't take it disrespectfully. I'm telling you this is because I don't think y'all should feel normal either. I don't think if you do anything to the best of your ability and you've worked years at it or you just started at it, I don't think that you should feel like you're a normal human being because a lot of human beings out here, they're okay with being here. I want to push you guys to be here. You know, I don't want you to see my life and think that I'm not pushing myself. Okay, look, call my belief or my confidence in myself.
Sometimes, you know, you really gotta overwork, especially in like this matrix. You know, you gotta really you gotta find the stuff, man, that can help you glitch this matrix, man, for real. You really gotta find that glitch, definitely.
Testosterone, these surges in testosterone that happen seasonally in certain species like rams or even these little hamsters, the males will rip each other's testicles off in order to fight for the right to mate. So males of a given species have to actually overcome the fear of pain and punishment. And the surge in testosterone is what causes the shift to the willingness to engage in battle. And so when humans are taking low doses or reasonable doses of testosterone, or they're increasing their testosterone, or they're going through puberty, effort and leaning into pain and challenge actually has the effect of making the body feel soothed and good. It's a drive. Just like sex is a drive, or drinking water when you're thirsty is a drive. This stuff is all anchored deep within the hypothalamus. This isn't a cognitive thing. Testosterone, these surges in testosterone that happen seasonally in certain species like rams or even these little hamsters, the males will rip each other's testicles off in order to fight for the right to mate. So males of a given species have to actually overcome the fear of pain and punishment. And the surge in testosterone is what causes the shift to the willingness to engage in battle. And so when humans are taking low doses or reasonable doses of testosterone, or they're increasing their testosterone, or they're going through puberty, effort and leaning into pain and challenge.
Bro think he's so cool. Let me show y'all something real quick.
Now, y'all, come look at this. Somebody come look at this. This is actually
What is this?
fried bananas. It's not chicken tenders. I know it looked like some chicken. And look at this grease trap that they got going on. This is genius. This is genius. Asians are already, they always 10 steps ahead of us. Americans, we just soaking up all the grease in our organs. We don't even care. All right? Now look at this. I thought this would have been green bananas, but they are actually using ripe bananas to do this, y'all. This looked like a piece of chicken. It looked like a piece of chicken, and I ain't never seen nobody deep fry a soft banana like that. Now, anytime you see fried bananas, it always look breaded, right? Like it just looked like, you know, some panko stuff or some shit. But this right here, this is some next level banana frying they got going on. And they got the sanitation down packed. They're wearing gloves, masks. You don't see nobody digging in their ass and, you know, touching the food. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just flabbergasted at this point, because I ain't never see no bananas like that. And they got sweet potato balls too, baby. So I would sling the somebody, and I bet it's $1.99. I bet it's about, in America, it probably would have been $25 for that bag right there. Look at it, even got it on a stick. Come on now. Come on now. You can't tell me you don't eat that. Talking about you don't eat vegan food, bitch. You eat bananas. Now,
Oh man, hold on, man. I ain't gonna lie. Where's this at? I gotta get my hands on that. Dang, I gotta try that. I don't know how they making that, but dang, that do look like some chicken. I can't lie. That look like some chicken. For real.
You know, the greatest ability that we have in flight was, of course, within the mind. You understand me? Is our ability to be able to travel from one place to another the same way we talk about quantum entanglement.
Right, so that part, right, the ability that we're speaking of, taking over the most important piece of real estate this side of the universe, which is your mind, right? Getting back into the driver's seat of your spaceship. The thing that's going to take you through this universe when you lay down at night. The thing that's going to take you through this universe when you drop this robe of flesh. You know what I'm saying? She's saying, I want to get in close contact with that now.
You know, the greatest ability that we have in flight was, of course, within the mind. You understand me? Is our...
What do I want people to know about me?
They killed him for this.
Can I twist that question?
Honestly, I don't even think like they killed him. I just think X was just in like the wrong place at the wrong time, you know? And it happens, you know? It happens. That's what I think it was, man, honestly. Now that I look at it, I just feel like he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Or, you know, he just knew they was out to get him. And maybe they did set that up how they did. Because that do look like a setup in a way, too. How they was like, how they went in did y'all see that? Because they had went into, like, he was going to buy a bike. And they went into the dealership. And then they bought a mask. I don't know, man. It just looked like that was a setup the whole time. But, yeah. Maybe he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe they just set him up because of what he was speaking at so young of an age, man. It sucks. But hey, at least we got a chance to experience his energy on this planet. That's what I would say. At least we got a chance to experience that, for real.
Yeah! Woo! Woo! Yeah, boy, yeah!
Damn.
Yeah! Woo!
Jeez,
the biggest downfall to people who have potential is the friend groups or the people that they hang around. How I got to the position that I'm in right now is because all of my friends literally do nothing but grind and work on their goals and their dreams. And we sit around, we talk about how can we go places like this to private islands, stack our money up, buy what we want to buy, and do what we want to do, and excel and exceed and be great in life. And if you got that spark and that flame inside you, you got to start asking yourself, is the people around you, do they have that same spark? Do they have that same fire to be successful? And you around these people and these people are crashing out and you get secondhand smoke from that crash out and now your whole life gone. That's also one of the main reasons why I built a strong community full of people who are like-minded just like us. They want to make money online, they want to do entrepreneuring, they want to do all of these things, but they want to do it as a collective. If you are interested in this, bro, comment down below 18.
Pouring gunpowder down the barrel is the first step to loading an old rifle. Next, you place a lead ball wrapped in a lubricated cloth down the barrel, sitting it on top of the powder. Using a thin rod, you push the bullet down to ensure it's tightly packed. Then you take a small amount of gunpowder and place it in the flash pan. After closing the cover, you cock the hammer. Pulling the trigger ignites the powder, which fires the ball. Pouring gunpowder down the barrel is the first.
That's so disgusting.
Let's talk about that. People say when you have sex with someone,
you really want to get these spirits to act. Most of your anger is projected outward, but if you really want to get them to act, get angry. And a lot of times that's what really, because that's a lot of, see, what we're talking about here is this here. A lot of things that was encoded into the religions, I'm not talking about spirituality, religions of 2,000 years ago, that was to shut people down so that they could be obedient to society, so the Romans could rule, and later on, and different things like that. If you go to the ones prior to religion, and you go back to the ancient mystery system, you had these warrior heroes. Hero, the word hero is Heru. So you had these warriors, and a part of their messianic trait was to get angry. Same thing with fucking damn Morpheus. I mean, what's the name? He kicking ass in this goddamn movie. He ain't sitting back talking about Mary had a little lamb. I mean, Neil and stuff, and Morpheus. So your anger is a combat, but on the other side, anger stirs these entities up inside of you. You see what I'm saying? These entities. And a lot of times when shit ain't working right with me, it's because I ain't got mad enough.
Defecate. I don't know, but I remember Rashad Jamal, he was saying that anger and all these emotions is a fallen angel. You know, taps into your body to make you feel that way. Because you don't really supposed to be feeling like that, you know. Like jealousy and envy, hatred, whatever it is, that's like, you know, I don't think the soul, that's not good for the soul at all.
On September 15th this year, U2 the band, which is a really good band by the way, had a show in the Vegas Sphere. The show itself caught a lot of attention, but the thing is, a lot of people started noticing these bizarre subliminal messaging coming from the Vegas Sphere. The first video was recorded by Mind Over Matter from his apartment when he noticed these bizarre messages. Check this out.
Oh, he's back. He's not feeling so well. Oh wait, I gotta push start. Oh, I missed all that. Oh my God, Mom! I hope you got it. Oh.
Everything you know is wrong?
Dude, that whole thing.
Whoa,
I thought
what
I was
the
on
fuck?
recording. I wasn't. Did you record that? Ah, it's just so disappointing.
Yo, are you guys not seeing this?
At first it looks like it could be just random words popping up, right? But then if you start paying attention, it's not only creepy, it's as if there's some sort of hidden message. And it wasn't just from people looking at the sphere from outside. It was also from within the sphere during the U2 show. Check this out. Needless to say, this caught widespread attention and soon this was a topic and it was trending all over social media. Does it mean anything, and if so, what is the hidden message here? So there were loads of people trying to decode these words and put it together, and there was one specific girl who actually color-coded all of the words, and this is what she found out.
Slowing down the whole video and screenshotting every single word, and what I'm about to show you is the result of that. This is every word from the video in the order that they were shown in. You can pause it, whatever, read over them. I'm not going to. Now what I'm about to show you is the result of putting all the words in color order of what they were shown in. I am going over these a little quickly, so feel free to pause the video to read them if you need to.
As you can imagine, there were hundreds of people with dozens of different theories on what these messages could mean. Does it actually mean anything, or is it just random words?
These are individual phrases that I noticed within the photos. The only other thing I noticed were these V's behind these specific words.
I want to know your take. What do you think is going on here? Do you think that these are just random words, or is there any subliminal messaging going on here? And in your opinion, what do you think the V stands for? On September 15th this year, U2 the band...
It's interesting though, how they doing all this.
You are the original creator.
Okay, so if you don't know, Markellis have been executed. I know people going to protest, 9 times out of 10 start a riot. That's not the point though. We can't keep marching, trying to fight over our rights. See, the president ain't stand up, Trump, Kamala, or Biden. So skip the election, that's out of this conversation. Markellis gone.
Nah, that is crazy though. We got a whole president and the president ain't even reach out or nothing. That's how you know this stuff is all, I don't want to say scripted, but they doing this to start up something like you know, like that George Floyd type of energy. They know what they're doing now.
Javion McGee gone. Sonya gone. Our ancestors gone. All the people that have died because of our color. You can't tell me it's not time to boycott the system. Take all these people out of their jobs. Like literally leave the world behind. We all play a big role in the system. We keep it going, but keep complaining about it. Y'all don't think it's time to begin that fight we all been wanting now? No, not starting a riot, trying to destroy stuff. Let the planet do its thing with that. I know a lot of others will feel how I feel too, so share this video. This is the first thing we have to do. The only way out of this system is to stop working for this system. Everybody have to stop working. I mean everybody. Before I say the second thing, I want to say this. I was saying this before I graduated high school to my peers and everybody looked at me crazy. But everybody have to stop going to school. Take your kids out of school. If you in college, take yourself out of school. Might sound crazy to a lot of people, but it's not hard learning what you need to know without school. Them schools not getting nobody nowhere. Because school will teach you the opposite of any religion and the opposite of what you learn outside of school in real life, you know, social media or in your family. Now, the third thing we need to do is stop paying bills. Stop paying rent. Any type of bill, just stop paying for it. And like I said, skip the election. Nobody should even vote. Don't even put your energy into anything that got to do with that. I know this might raise fear in a lot of people, but think about it. If everybody stopped participating in the system, would the system still be going on? Fuck being fearful. I'm tired of seeing my people march and march and march, then go back working for the same people they was marching against. We're not gonna get freedom until we realize we the only ones that's stopping ourselves from being free. That's the only way to go against the system. We have to know they need us. Fuck a riot, y'all. It's gonna get there. We have to beat them with peace. I don't even know what would be the outcome if all that happened, but I'm not me. I'm not scared to find out. Y'all, let's try to do all of that before this month ends. We have to do it. We have to. They can't keep taking our people. It's over with. We done participating in their system that they created. Thank you for gravitating towards my frequency on this app. Peace, love, light, and healing. I'm out.
That would be nice though, man. We was all on the same page. We're like, all right, yo, we really gonna do this. All right. We ain't putting no more bills. We not, we ain't participating in none of the elections, none of that. Man, I wish we was really on all the same page, I gotta live my life, So they're gonna do whatever they can, but it would be nice if we was all on the same page. Like, look how the birds communicate. They be all on the same page going, in the same direction. Why we can't get like that? Like, for real, we really need to, like, find something that make us get on the right page and everybody just do it at the same time. We can really make something happen. For real.
Yo, look how they be trying to tell the truth in these movies and cartoons. And it's crazy, y'all, because these been in front of us before the event even took place, yo. Look at this shit. Pay attention to all the signs. I'm gonna point them out. Look at this. Look at this one. We're not even gonna talk about attention. Listen. Yo. Peep this one. What's that? What's that about? Fantastic Four. Way back in the day. Old Marvel draw, Iron Man. 1994. Look at this one. No, look at this one, y'all. Yo, that's crazy. Tell me the cartoons wasn't doing some shit, yo. It's not funny, but it's crazy. Like, look at the Ghostbusters joint. What's that about? Yo. And I'm out of here. I know y'all gonna say, oh man, like, come on, yo, like, yeah. Hey, bro. Nah, yo. Look at that shit, yo. I know y'all remember Batman Beyond. I know y'all do. Yo. G.I. Joe, 1985. Was they not trying to, like, tell us something? Look at that. Look at this one, 1999, John. Y'all think that was just a coincidence? Like, let's keep it a bean. I think they was really trying to put us on some shit. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely was. It was just showing that, and then it happens, and we're like, yeah, they know.
The FBI doesn't want you to know about these tools. Watch how easy it is to pick locks. Insert your tool. Apply some tension right here. Come down on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The FBI doesn't want you to know about these tools. Watch how easy it is to pick.
Typical tea bag is sprayed with plastic on the outside to keep it together and doesn't rip. And that plastic comes off the tea bag as microplastics. Average cup of hot tea brewed, even with a regular tea bag that has plastic sprayed on it, sheds 1 billion microplastic particles into your cup of tea. Microplastics in a cup of tea are invisible. So here you are thinking you're drinking something good, but actually you're also taking in these microplastics, which we used to think may not be doing that much harm, but now we're beginning to think cause inflammation. So recent studies have shown that in people with narrowed arteries, including arteries feeding your brain, your carotid arteries, blockages, when the doctors have pulled out the lining, the thickened areas, they've actually found microplastics embedded into the narrowing, and it's correlated with a 4-fold increase of fatal heart attack and stroke. More recent research has shown microplastics in the testicles, in semen, and just last week, a new paper came out showing they found microplastics embedded in the flesh of the penis as well. So, whole tea leaves in a ball, fine. Tea leaves in a bag, I would stay
It's
away
getting
from
wicked
that.
out here. Make sure if you're drinking tea or coffee, make sure you're drinking from a glass. If you're brewing tea, make sure it's in a glass or a stainless steel type of pot, because microplastics are becoming much more of a epidemic around, and it's going to get worse.
Typical tea bag has
Keep telling this girl this not an apple, right? She crying for you. You want an apple? Huh? You welcome. The apple good? That's good. It's sweet? Oh, okay. Apples are sweet. Are you making that face? You gonna eat the whole thing? Want to save it for later? Eat some more. Eat some more of it. You don't like it? Huh? You don't like the apple? Give it back. Eat it then, or give it back. Because that's going on my salad. Give me the apple. Because you playing too much. You going to eat the apple or no? Apples and bananas. Apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and tomatoes. Not do the veggie thing. Not do the veggie thing.
Why is they doing that to her,
Yum,
bro?
yum. Come on, go ahead, Eli. I love my veggies. I love my... Why you don't want it? Isn't that sweet? You don't like it? I like that. Keep telling this girl this not an apple.
Oh my god.
I am on a 1-day liquid fast, and I want to teach you guys why it is so beneficial and why I recommend it to all of you. Now you may be thinking, well, 1 day is not enough. What's the point of that? But if you do 1 day a week, then that turns into 4 days a month, and that adds up. So many people on social media promote these very long and very vigorous fasts, and I get it. It's mental, it's discipline, it's very healing. However, it can also be very intimidating for a lot of people, especially those who are new to healing, detoxifying, juicing, and the like. So I like to propose to you guys a 1-day fast, 1 day a week, where you choose to not consume any solids, just liquids, and you allow your digestive system to get a proper rest. Now, disclaimer, it is not just 1 day. You have to have a day of preparation beforehand, and you have to transition back into foods properly. So a day afterwards as well. So hunker down, give yourself 3 days of discipline throughout a week, and you will see how much your life will change in just 1 month. On day 1, we are just doing fruits, and you can also do some vegetables. We're going to do a lot of fiber the day before the liquid fast, because we want the fiber to act as a broom, and then the liquids the day after to push that fiber through and clean yourself out. So allowing that 1 day in between will be a boost to your overall digestive system and metabolism. Now, on the days of fruits, you can eat as many fruits and as many different kinds of fruits as you want. If you're really trying to cut weight, I would recommend that you wait until 12 p.m. to eat that first meal of fruit. And through the hours of 12 through 6, you can pretty much eat whatever fruits and vegetables that you want. But the day of juicing, you are only doing liquids. So you can do teas, you can do water. I would not recommend any caffeine, because that is just a stimulant. You want your body to run on its own energy. As far as juices goes, that would depend on what your
main ailment or your main pain is. If we are talking about the gut,
goddesses as we break.
I ate a lot of calories. I drank a lot of calories, but there's no nourishment. There's no magnesium here. There's no potassium here. There's no fiber. There's no vitamins. There's nothing in this food that I just ate. Well, this food doesn't have fiber. It doesn't have hydration, because when you think about plants, you can juice them. When you think about fruits, you can juice them. They have hydration in them. But foods that have been processed and refined have no hydration. You'll notice that there's a big difference between a grape and a raisin, the dehydration of that. Even when you eat something like a raisin that is healthy, it's important for you to know and understand that your body has to rehydrate that raisin into a grape before it can then be processed. I ate a lot of calories.
All right, y'all. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Got a little laughing, learned something new, all that good stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed that again. But like I always say, I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Make sure you take care of yourself. And hey, if the weather is nice, as you can see where I'm at, get outside, get some sunlight, enjoy your day. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.